Hey everyone, this is Oscar Ross. My name is Oscar Ross. I'm your communist parts guy. We're going to be talking about ATS Chemical 505 today. You put it right in your fuel injection cleaner. It's got good ratings. I'm using it for the first time today. It's got great ratings on the internet. It's pretty expensive, but you can pick it up at one of your. Plus, we got pancakes to eat. We're going to eat some pancakes. That's a fact, Jack. Nobody questions Oscar Rawson lies about it. Not today, not any day. Not in this country, not in this devilverse. Wrong day for that. I'll tell you what. That's a fact. Backed up by documents, backed up by the truth, backed up by the Constitution. You don't question communism or Oscar Ross. How could you do that in good faith? How could you feel good about that? So, we're going to do that, get that going. And it's a fact. So we're going to do that. Bear with me. I'm looking up something here. Appreciate your waiting for me here. Fuel system treatment is very good stuff. It's highly recommended. We're going to try it. Maybe watch some videos about it. Just getting something to load up over here. Just bear with me. Okay, so let's see if we could add present. We're gonna watch a video on the 505. Well, I didn't use it yet. I'm gonna use it today. And it comes really, really highly recommended. So Scotty Kilmore says it works great. And it's expensive. It's $50, but my car really needs a tune-up, and I should give it a tune-up. But until then, and it's not even running bad. It just, but I'm hoping this will help it out a little bit. And if it does work, they have oil treatment too. I want to get the oil treatment. So thanks for being here, Tom. We're just starting out here. And like I said, the 505 is good stuff. We're going to eat some pancakes. We watch the video. And that's a fact, Jack. Nobody questions Oscar Ross and the lies about it. I'm your communist parts guy. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do. I give the parts tips in this Dabbleverse. So let's go ahead and watch the video, I guess.
Hey YouTube, today we're doing a review of the ATS Chemicals 505 CRF fuel system treatment.
This is the same one I got, so same one.
This should help get carbon out of your engine. The dealership has been telling me the last couple of times I've been there that they want to carbon clean my engine. Usually they ask about $350. And I'm not sure what treatment they use, but I think they use an actual machine to clean it out. And ATS Chemicals actually sells an awesome machine. But otherwise, I'm going to look in the engine today.
I did not know they had a machine. We'll see if this one works too.
See if there is any carbon, and then we're going to see if this helps remove it. I'm going to do the fuel treatment first, which goes in your gasoline tank, and then we'll check on it, and then I'll use the oil treatment when I do my oil change, which I'm due for as well. For $64, ATS will ship you a box with both of these in it to your door, which is a little bit expensive for a fuel treatment cleaner. This car has about 100,000 miles on it, and I've never done a carbon cleaning on it. I have noticed maybe a little bit decreased power and acceleration, so we'll see if this helps. And then on cold start,
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too. With the just need to get just about 5%, 10%, better, hopefully. Hey, MK, how you doing? How could you even doubt Oscar in good faith? I appreciate your support.
Startups, I do get a little shrill noise coming from the engine, kind of a metallic noise, which I think is the timing belt tensioner can make a little bit of noise if it has carbon buildup on it. So hopefully this will help.
Oh, I didn't know it did all that too. That's good. So we'll keep going with the video here.
We're going to try both these products out and see if they work by checking our engine for carbon. All right, and to look in the engine, we're going to use this cheap camera we got off Amazon for $8. Just a little pen camera that hooks up to my computer, and we'll be able to record what it looks like on top of the pistons.
Hey, Vic.
And then we'll be using this wrench with an extension and a spark plug adapter on there to take out our spark plugs, and we'll have to take our coil packs out too. So let's do that here real quick.
Lowe's knows when you need a new appliance, you need it fast. So we offer delivery as soon as next day. We also offer...
This guy's really going all in. You know what I mean? Good for him. It's a lot of work just to prove a theory, but glad he's doing it, not me.
All right, we are ready to probe the Corolla. So I have basically the world's cheapest kind of camera here. You can use it to look in your ears, but it should work for this application. It took me a while to figure out how to get it installed on this computer, but we have gotten it installed here, and we can kind of see the image there. And we're just going to go down into the engine here, and I'll put
we got 5 pancakes. 5 pancakes to start the day with some black coffee. Thanks for being here, everyone. We're learning about the 505 CRF fuel system cleaner. My name's Oscar Ross. I'm your communist parts guy.
Video up now.
Nobody questions Oscar Ross. No lies about it. Not today. Thanks for being here, everyone. Let's see what this Huckalero is doing over here. How you doing, Greg, Nogue, Bag, King? Great to see everyone. We're eating my pancakes. I can't talk too much. The hell are we looking at? I don't know if that's good or bad. Hopefully the guy tells us.
All right, so as you can see, there was a decent amount of carbon on that. That was a cylinder number 1. It is kind of a pain to get all these out. So I'm just going to check it number 3. So we'll have checked 1 and 3. And then I plan on replacing the spark plugs after all this is done. So we'll check all 4 once it's done. But safe to say there's definitely carbon in this engine, and it could benefit.
Oh, that's good. So far it's working.
From a $64 worth of cleaning product.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
All right, I didn't show too much of me getting the spark plugs out, but the key is to get a 9/16 spark plug socket. I don't know if you can see in there.
Yeah, shoot me.
But there's a little rubber piece in there that helps hold the spark plug so that you can actually get it out of the engine well, or that cavity that it sits in. One of the locking extensions, so that way when you put it like this, if it doesn't lock, if it's not locked onto here, which is what this black piece does, then it'll get stuck on the spark plug when you pull it out, and then this will be stuck on in there, and you'll have to figure out a way to get it out, which a lot of people use magnets and other things. But I got this for $3.50 on Amazon. These locking extensions, it was like $10 for.
That's good. Yeah, Harbor Freight is good.
For a pack of 4 of different sizes. And that was the other thing, making sure you use the correct size. So it's long enough, but you still clear this. You don't have to take the whole thing off. And then I ended up deleting.
I used to do a lot more maintenance when the cars were easier to work on. I don't really do too much to my Prius. But I used to in the old days, oil changes, tune-ups, stuff like that. But it's not as easy nowadays. How about you guys?
When I looked in the first, so we'll have video on 2 and 3, and then we'll check all four when I replace the spark plugs.
When you have Fios home internet from Verizon, you can save over 40% on the movies and shows you already love. Like Netflix and Max, Disney Plus, Hulu.
All right, so I filled up my
Hey,
gas
Mudjark.
tank. It holds about 13.3 gallons. So we're just going to add this straight to that, and then we'll drive it for a full tank, and then we'll check the results with the camera again.
Same bottle I got.
So just pour the whole bottle in there. And there you go. All right, guys. So it's been a couple weeks now, and I've run two full tanks through the engine, 2 full tanks of gas. So I put a full tank of gas in, I put the cleaner in, ran that all the way to empty, and then I ran another tank of gas just to be thorough. So we're going to take a look in basically cylinders 2 and 3 here and see if there's any carbon on them.
Could anyone tell the difference? Looks the same to me. How's it run though, dude?
All right, guys. So there's the before and after with just the fuel system treatment. Next, I'm going to do the oil system treatment in the next video, and we'll do a before and after on that. So subscribe if you want to see that. I think maybe a little bit of carbon got cleaned off the top of the engines there. You can definitely tell the difference. I'm not sure if carbon on top of the piston head is the best measurement of whether or not this is working, because it
but how's
cleans
it
your
drive?
whole engine.
I'd be more concerned with how it drives, how it accelerates.
Theoretically, what I use at after every fill up, it starts to get a little bit expensive at that point, especially if you did both of these. Certainly, you could just do the fuel system treatment or just the oil system treatment, depending on which one we think works better. So we'll kind of find out. We can compare in the next video what we think. But yeah, certainly Scotty Kilmer was a fan of these guys. Maybe if I had like one of those Volvos that has a lot of trouble with carbon getting in the engine, I might use this more often. But I think, this is something you can use every 50 to 100,000 miles, and then maybe use a system cleaner at your regular 10,000 mile intervals. But if you have any questions, put a comment below. Thanks for watching. If you want to see the next video, go ahead and subscribe. I'll catch you all later.
Okay, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping he was going to. I was hoping it was going to work. Let's see if we have another one.
Up for an adventure?
Always.
What is this place? You made it. What's up, cuz?
You were the last to see the president alive.
Welcome to the pit.
Light him up now! A crew of pirates is coming.
Some products that actually work that can save you money and hassle, make things easier around your
I need
car.
premium.
And as usual, there are no companies paying me to advertise any of these products. Now,
I think you're right, King. That carbon looks about the same. But I hope it does work because I bought it.
thousands of companies send me their stuff. Yes, they send them to me. And what do? I try them out as a mechanic. If they work good, I tell you about them.
He's definitely a mechanic. He's got the mechanic shirt on.
If they stink, I'll also tell you about them too. I get some real stinkers that aren't worth baloney. But in this case, there are some things that can save you a ton of money if you want to learn a little bit of how to work on your car and save a ton of money. Now, the first thing
He's got the Matrix. That's a good car.
is this AC recharge kit. Here's something that everyone needs to know. All car AC systems leak a little bit of refrigerant. And here's how you can often tell. The other day it was 101 degrees here in Tennessee. When I turned the AC on, it was pretty cold coming out of this side, but not as cold coming out the driver's side. Now, after a while, the driver's side got cool, but the passenger side was freezing. And
Let's see what Scotty's curious here.
this was just cool. Now that is a typical sign that your AC is low on refrigerant because your AC evaporator, you can see the lines, is on the passenger side. So if it's low on refrigerant, it'll have enough to cool the passenger side, but the time the air gets to the driver's side, it's not as cool. And if the only problem your car has is that you're low on refrigerant, you can
Looks like he went to the AutoZone to get that.
use one of these ad cans to fix it. Particular ones from AutoZone, and you notice it has a gauge. You really have to have a gauge to do it
Make sure you
right.
watch the instructions too. There's instructions on those. I think you got to run the heat or the AC on high for a few minutes. Stuff like that. Important stuff.
So you don't cause any problem. You find the low side line, that's the fat one, and you unscrew the cap. You don't have to worry about putting it on wrong, because if you try putting this on the high side, it won't fit.
That's
The high
true.
side
It won't fit. You got to find the low side. Usually has an L on the cap.
down here is bigger. So all you do is this. It just snaps on.
These are just little things.
Sorry about the air.
That's it. And you turn on the AC.
Let's see if it works here.
Full blast, recirculate. Try about 30 psi in the green, which is good. And that's because I just filled it up. To fill it up, all you do is push this down. Then when you're done, you just pop it off and put the cap back on to keep dirt out of the system. Don't forget to put
Easy peasy.
the cap on. You gotta buy one that has a gauge system on it, because if you find the pressure starting to go way up into the red, it's too much pressure, stop putting it in. If you just have a plain can with no gauge, I don't advise it. It's not bone cold. You put in a can.
Oh, good call. Good call, King. King advises high side is also the hot side or the liquid side. Did not know that.
Feel this starting to get cold. It's working. You're guessing at how much is in. You might put too much or too little in. With the gauge, it's much more accurate. Just make sure you get the right one. In this case, it's R134A. And as you can see in the sticker on the hood, use HFC 134A. Tells you how much if you want to use a scale, but make sure you use the right one. Because as you can see on this brand new 2022 Tacoma, the sticker tells you it takes the new one, which is R1234YF. And it only
Which is way more expensive. The R1234 YF is 3 times the 134 is. So yeah, hopefully have the 134.
holds 525 grams. So don't use the wrong stuff. A lot of the cars have the new one. The sticker will be on the car, and you can easily add it in. You can get a can at the auto parts store. Just realize those stupid cans of the new refrigerant can cost as much as 10 times as much as the 134A. Maybe the price will come down. Who knows? It's all a scam. The stuff probably costs like 10 cents to make. But that's the way it goes these days. Rip off the consumer. Now, the next
That's true. Oh, here's the CRF he's going to use. The stuff we got here.
thing that I found that really works is this ATF 505 fuel system cleaner. Now, my friend Bernie in Albuquerque and his partner, they invented this stuff. They put a lot of time and energy, used a supercomputer in Sandia Laboratories. A lot of stuff is snake oil, right? Well, this stuff is. I poured a can in when I left Rhode Island and drove to Tennessee. And this matrix on the highway, we always drove the speed limit, which was between 60 and 75 miles.
Like I said, I hope it works because I did buy that bottle online. The 50 bones.
an hour. We went the speed limit the whole way on cruise control. And this 15-year-old Matrix averaged a little over 36 miles a gallon on the trip, which is kind of insane. Now, the reason I said averaged is this, because my wife got a little over 37 miles a gallon driving the thing. She drives a little bit slower than me. And the weird thing is, I use cruise control. She doesn't trust, she just feels scared. Oh, it doesn't feel right, so she doesn't turn her cruise control on. Normally, you're going to get better gas mileage cruise control, but you got better gas mileage
Oh, that's
driving
cool.
it with just her.
That's cool, King. You got 2 trucks. Wow. Or 3. It's a lot of trucks. That's nice.
Her foot. Now, she does drive a little bit slower than me, which shows you that if you do go 55 miles an hour instead of 70, you will get somewhat better mileage in any vehicle. And interestingly enough, I also use their oil treatment in the engine oil. And if you watch my other video, I sent the oil sample away to the company to analyze it. Well, I just got the results back. And as you can see, the Z engine score is 10 out of 10. It shows you all the different concentration of stuff that's in it. For a car this old to get a perfect score and to get that kind of gas mileage, now I do have to say, I wasn't scientific here. I did both the oil cleaner and the fuel cleaner. So who knows which one made it get better gas mileage? Maybe it was both. But I gotta say, they're kind of interesting products. They do what they're supposed to do. They clean out.
All right. I hope we're taking your advice, Scotty. We hope we're gonna make another video about this. So, they were okay. They were a little greasy, but they were all right. I'm only eating the pancakes because I need to go to the store and buy some food, so I'm just kind of eating what I have until I can go to the store.
All kinds of carbon. Stuff is often hard to find because Bernie's a small operation in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Every time I want something, I just type ATS Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it always comes up that way. It's the easiest way. I would have thought of a little cooler name, but what the heck? And hey, the stuff works. What more can I say? But the next time in Albuquerque, hey, Bernie, you owe me lunch. And a margarita, maybe 2 margaritas.
I would think so. You know how many people are buying this stuff because of him?
Margaritas, I don't know. I just like passing on good information. Hey, you get to watch these videos for nothing. I pass 53 years of my information out. When I can find good stuff, I'll pass it out. And of course, as you see my other videos, when I see crap, I'll talk about that too. Only I won't say good things about it. I'll say bad things about it. This may seem crazy, but this is the cutest flashlight anyone ever sent me. It's got a nice lithium-ion
Let's see
battery.
what he says about this flashlight.
And look, it's super bright and it's at a right angle. So no more trying
Skull, baby.
to set a flashlight and it rolls. You can set it and point it. What I really like about it is it's tiny. Look, fits in my pocket, isn't bulky. The other ones are too big. Puts out super bright light. And of course, you saw it flashes. It flashes too for emergency. Now, I only found 2 drawbacks. One, I love it because it's small. But then again, it's small. This thing's going to be easy to get lost. I'm sure I'll lose it and have to get some more. The second one is this. Look at this entire flashlight. You can take it apart, and there isn't a single name on anything except the code number of the battery, not even a battery
All right, I'm not too impressed with the flashlight, but teach his own.
company, right? People who are selling things. Put a name on the product. Now, the next thing I find is this cool, tiny dash cam. It's a company called Viofo, and this is an A119 mini dash cam. It is
All right, well, maybe we'll have better luck with the dash cam here.
mini, but it does everything you need. I'm just showing you the simple thing. You just stick it in a cigarette lighter. Decent picture. You can mount it wherever you want. It's little. You can mount it here. You can hide it behind the rear view mirror so it doesn't block anything. Or if you want to watch, you can put it up here, and then it's not in your line of vision. Any adjustable camera can be set anywhere you want. Now it has all the bells and whistles. You start the car, it automatically starts up. If you got it parked, somebody hits the car, it starts recording. It has an emergency button to keep the recording from being erased. The memory card is $250.
How much money is this?
6 megabytes. It can record an awful lot. Then it records over. It keeps going. But once you push that button, that little scene is saved forever. It also has GPS, shows you how fast you're going. Does all kinds of stuff. I'm a real fan of Russian and other car crash videos. You might start a YouTube channel filming that stuff yourself, but it's a great safety feature. You get in a wreck, it's somebody else's fault, and they say, well, he backed into me. It shows the whole thing of what happened. The only warning that I have, if you own one of these and you drive like an absolute maniac and cause accidents, maybe it would be a smart idea to show the evidence to the police.
Okay.
It's used in a car. It runs off of your 12-volt little converter to make it into 5 volts. You can run it off anything you really want. You got 12 in a car, so it doesn't really matter. If you get a higher end one, you'd have a lithium ion battery, so it could operate on its own without the power supply. But really, for something this small and this light, hey, you got a 12-volt battery in your car. Take advantage of that. And like I say, you don't have to use a cigarette lighter. It's got the same port as my Android phone. Samsung uses the same plugs.
Okay. I guess it's pretty nice.
Of ways you can run this thing, but it's so small and so handy. I'm going to be using it on my trips from now on, just in case I missed a really good one last time I was going through Pennsylvania to Rhode Island. I was driving, a guy went by us doing about 110 in a 20-mile zone, a small town in Pennsylvania, because there was a road diversion. I had to take a detour and I had to take these little side roads, right? And then about a minute later, the cop car comes screaming behind him. Well, I would have had it all on film if I had one of these. By the time I grabbed my camera, the guy was gone. So you can get some interesting shots with one of these things. And like,
Yeah, I guess it's okay.
like I said, it might save you a ton of hassle that you can prove it's somebody else's fault. These have GPS. They have date stamps. You can prove who's, where, when with that little machine. Somebody come and lie, or they got a passenger who says, oh, that other guy ran the red light. You got proof. They're handy things to have. So now you know some really...
All right, so that's it on that, huh? Well, I really just want to bring you guys the 505 and have some breakfast with you. Don't forget, my name is Oscar Ross. I'm your communist parts guy. We'll come back hopefully later on today with some interesting stuff. So we're going to try the 505. I'll let you guys know how it is. I appreciate everyone joining today. We'll see you guys later. Thanks, guys. Thanks, King. I'll see you later.